And now that we have Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi on the ticket, they will have a force of nature to contend with.
Wow. Seriously?
Yes. Rotimi Amaechi is not a joke. He was the Director General of President Muhammad Buhari's campaign.
Twice.
It's all over the place. He's not new to the North. I mean, he has a traditional title in Daura. He's not new to the North.
Seriously?
Yes, he does.
Wow.
He's not.
So the North is pleased with the choice of Usman?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. It's a formidable force.
Oh, really?
that absolutely. He's acceptable in the North.
Wow.
He is. Amanan Daura, that is his traditional title.
Yep.
In Daura,
Yep.
he worked assiduously in President Muhammad Buhari's campaign. And President Muhammad Buhari knew the contribution of Rotimi Amaechi into his success. And you cannot go to, when people say, you cannot go and say bad things about Rotimi Amaechi to President Buhari when he was elected. You cannot go and whisper he did this, it was dismissed.
Wow.
But he knew his value.
Yes.
He knew his value. He had, I don't know if this is the place to say it, all the three political contenders in the ADC. I mean, I was honored to be called by each one of them long even before they started talking. I want to do this, I want to do this. And of course I asked questions, like we all must. I want to do this, I want to do this. Why do you want to contest? What do you have? How are you going to take care of our insecurity, our poverty, our hunger, the ethno-religious balkanization that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is bringing? How are we going to be fair to everybody? All of them. Mohammed Hayatu Deen called me to his house. Rotimi Amaechi called me to his house, and President Atiku Abubakar too. Asked the same questions. Because I'm not going to go and campaign for anybody and mention his name. Why? How are you going to take care of these problems? There is no one person that can tell you he knows everything.
Yeah.
None. But you need to hear from him. You need to hear how can you contribute? How can you contribute? Who do you need? A very good leader is a leader that brings everybody together. Every one of them. Every one of these contenders of the ADC could have been the president, an excellent president too. Mohammed Hayatu Deen, look at his record, a very solid technocrat that knows Nigeria. Rotimi Amaechi was a speaker, a governor, and a minister, and very known in the North. A traditional title holder in Daura, the seat of the Hausas in Nigeria, very well respected by late President Muhammad Buhari. Atiku Abubakar is well known. He's been in the forefront of politics since Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in politics, with the Abiolas, with Shehu Erodua. He is solid. He is not going to be rattled by this. Look at the leader of the ADC. Who is the chairman of the ADC? David Mark. David Mark, a general, person who has been through it all. That's why he's not rattled. If they brought somebody that they can rattle, look at the people. Aregbeshola, are you going to rattle Aregbeshola? So they can do all their shenanigans. Things are continuing in the ADC, and ADC will be on the ballot in 2027. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have his hands very full. But allowing everybody to contest and to vote for whoever he wants to vote is the foundation of any democracy. And we're not going to allow you, Mr. President, and your apologists to stifle our democracy. Because I said it here before. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from his words and deed, is the greatest danger to our democracy now. I said it here, and I'm saying it again. Maybe they will be out there waiting to arrest me.
We've covered quite a lot, but let's look at solutions, or the way forward in your crystal ball for 2027. So all the political parties, we know their candidates. a few have chosen their vice presidential candidates. Atiku has chosen Amaechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Daniel Bwala sat here and told me clearly that it's the choice of the president to nominate his VP. Because I said, it's Kashim. He said, no, it can't speak for the president. So we don't know who President Tinubu is running with. Peter Obi, of course, is co-counsel. Once again, I know you touched on it briefly about Amaechi. What do you see? The viability of all these tickets?
Right. And if the spokesman of the president is not going to tell you about the future of the vice presidential candidate, then the president or the presidency should come and talk to Nigerians. Don't we deserve to know? Don't we deserve to know? Is it going to be another Muslim ticket, or are you going to drop Kashim Shettima and bring the Christians like the Americans are breathing down on you?
They are?
Yeah, they know that. The Americans and the Christian lobby groups in Nigeria saying they're not going to support the Babachir laws. They're not going to support another Muslim.
But is it a bad idea to have a Muslim peer with a Christian? Is it a bad idea?
A Muslim
president peer with a Christian?
It has always been like that. It's always been the natural thing. He's the one that did that. And I spoke about that, against that. Yeah, and I said about it. That's always, what that does is not only that this thing is being inclusive.
Exactly.
People don't feel included. How do you expect them? If I don't see myself in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government, if all I see is Yorubas from Lagos, how am I going to trust this government? This government, that is why you have this federal character thing in our constitution, that people should be included. Even in the local government, everybody must be included in the government. So forget Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ticket, whether Muslim, Christian, Muslim, Jew, Muslim enemies. Nobody is going to vote President Bola Ahmed Tinubu again in 2027. Nobody.
As diehard fanatical followers.
Yeah, maybe they vote after the rise, after the car, after the Lagos boys and all that, you know. But if we're honest with ourselves, who are we? Why are we going to do that? All right, back to Peter Obi and Konkoso. I mean, I had a brush with Konkoso that
last time you talked about that.
Yeah, and I reported him to all.
Definitely, as you should.
Right, because if people don't know, he did not mention my name, but he was saying they should do pata pata.
Yes.
Pata pata means it's a coded message. They should do violence on me because I criticized their ticket, and their ticket, I say it has a problem. It has an issue. Konkoso is losing his grounds in Kano. Even locally, he's not going to win. They just did the calculation, we're going to win. And I don't think the Peter Obi team realized that there's going to be a liability, because what he does in Kano, he does it when he comes up, is going to be a problem for them, right? Calling for violence and instigating violence and all that is going to be a problem for them. And Peter Obi still has not made any headway into the Muslim North.
You think so?
No.
That was the reason. It was a strategic move to bring Kwankwanso to deliver, split the vote with Atiku.
That was this. The last time Atiku didn't get Kano, but the votes, nobody in Kano is going to vote for Peter Obi. There's the honest truth.
Really?
Absolutely. I don't think anybody in Enugu will vote anybody else but Peter Obi. Let's be honest with ourselves. Peter Obi, the North has a lot of questions to interrogate. His tenure as vice presidential, as a governor of Anambra, legitimate questions that people are all angry I raised. No.
That's your message. It helped to assuage some of these feelings. That's the Honorable Baba Ahmed, Senator Baba Ahmed, Yusuf, his VP, says he took him around Etsunokwe, the Shewa Borno and then Sokoto.
He must have done the rounds, but it doesn't change the past. Like I said, the evil that men do lives after them. You can't erase what he did. And people are seeing, people in the North, and this is the truth. Peter Obi's ticket has always been an Igbo-centric and Christian. He was in churches all over, telling the churches, there are videos, the churches must take our country back. From whom? From whom? People in the North are asking. He still has not distanced himself from IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu. The other day I saw a clip saying, oh, Nnamdi Kanu should even have been arrested.
You don't agree with him? He says we were just talking, that everybody talks.
But he went through trial for 10 years, convicted in a competent court of justice. So if they catch Turji, you want me to say, oh, he's not a terrorist. He was just a freedom fighter. I mean, these are words unbecoming of a person who, it's okay if he wants to be a leader of Indigo, but you want to be the leader of Nigeria, you're bringing this. So, yes, so Muslim North is uncomfortable with Peter Obi because of what he did to Northerners during his tenureship as governor. His party, essentially, and it's not broken, it's not changed. Igbo, centric, and Christian. And we've seen his clips. He's been to churches, telling churches the church must take the country back. From whom? He has not distanced himself from IPOB and his support for Nnamdi Kanu. These are issues you must answer that people in the North, Muslim North, have not been comfortable with.
Atiku Abubakar and Amaechi, especially what value Amaechi is bringing to that ticket.
Amaechi, I mean, I didn't know Amaechi when he was in Buhari's government. In fact, I was attacking him and my good friend Nasser El-Rufai and during Buhari's government. I got to know him when he pivoted into this, and I was honored for him to have called me. He invited me to his 60th birthday at the Hilton. Okay. At the Hilton, and I was honored. He called me one-on-one when he decided to run. Yeah. Said, Prof, are you interested in politics? I said, Excellency, what do you So he said, are you interested in politics? I said, why do you think I spent 3 weeks in Kuje? Was it just to talk? And we were laughing and talking. And he told me this is what he wants to do, what he intends to do. And I asked him questions. And I asked him the pitfalls, and I asked... And
you were satisfied?
Oh, yeah. This was when... And Mohammed Hayatu Deen is our elder brother, also sat down with me. So I'm honored. And Vice President Atiku Abubakar, again, sat down. I'm honored that they think I'm worthy enough for them to sit down and talk to me and for me to ask questions. It doesn't mean because I supported you the last time, I must support you this time, because we have questions for you. What are you going to do for security? What are you going to do? Our economy, the hunger, the ethno-religious balkanization this president has brought. What are you going to do with all the loans this president has taken? Ask them all and hear them and give them my advice.
Let me ask you once again. I know you touched on it earlier, but let me ask you again. So Amaechi is a good pick for VP for Atiku?
Absolutely. It cannot be any better.
Seriously?
I'm serious.
That's fine.
It cannot be a better candidate than Amaechi, to be honest. You could have made a good president. Hayatu Deen could have made an excellent president, and Atiku Abubakar would make an excellent president. Absolutely. Much better than...
What do you see in your crystal ball in 1 minute for next year elections?
Next year election? The question to us, is there going to be an election?
There will be, definitely.
If they continue through this pathway, if they continue trying to decapitate the opposition, I don't think Nigerians will allow this. But this is the modus operandi of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's politics. Push things to the boundaries of no return and then pulls back.
So let me ask once again, in a free, fair election
free, fair election, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be defeated before 12 noon.
Before 12 noon?
Absolutely.
And who wins?
Atiku Abubakar.
Some are saying he has no pathway, that he's not electable, he does not have charisma, he does not have, nobody is with him, no governors.
Does Tinubu have charisma?
No, they say Atiku has no governors with him, he has nobody. In fact, Atiku is broke, he does not have any money.
Peter Obi have any governor when he got 6 million votes? These governors are a liability.
Wow.
When the time comes, they will go back to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and say, okay, we can't. They will try and save their seats. They cannot influence people to vote for any president. They can't. They can't. who was Nasir El-Rufai was governor in Kaduna State. He was the arrowhead of Tinubu coming. Tinubu did not win Kaduna. Did he?
No.
He did. Atiku won Kaduna. So all these governors, they're getting the president's money. When the time comes, they will try and save their skins. But President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not coming back. If there's going to be a free and fair election, it's not going to come back. And we will fight. I mean, I wasn't into this politics before now, but they're getting me really irritated that we are going to go in. We are going to really make sure we educate our people, who go around the people and say, re-electing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu again in 2027 will be suicidal, particularly for our people. Insecurity is where it is. You want to bring more hunger. Children are unemployed. What is he coming to do?